LA Knight is quickly becoming one of my favorite WWE superstars. The dude captivates the audience like no one else right now. He's literally getting Attitude Era levels of pop right now. Did you hear the pop in UK? There's something about him that screams Attitude Era, and it's mostly the crowd reaction and the way he can just play with the crowd with a few catchphrases. He's great, and the crazy thing is, he did it all by himself. He didn't have the WWE helping him. They tried to make the guy into a manager. He got over just because people liked him that much. It's not like WWE tried to push him in the slightest. Like I've said, he was held back by WWE once they realized he was 39 at the time. But then a certain boss wanted to get his noodle wet. You know, a certain boss in the WWE was like, my noodle wet. He wanted to get his noodle wet. And what basically happened is that he had to leave. Triple H stepped up and brought back LA Knight, which was great. He almost immediately got over, and the crowd reaction just, it seems like, grows every single week, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Why would you complain about that? Well, we're wrestling fans. Obviously, some of us complain. First of all, I believe the fact that he became Max Dupree and then LA Knight actually helped his career, because people got the idea that WWE are holding him back, which is not that crazy to think about. I believe that was true for the most part, so that immediately made the fans like the dude, because it seemed like WWE don't like him, we don't get it, and we like him even more now. I believe his first few pops were basically just because people were happy to see him as LA Knight again. So then we were waiting for that push, Money in the Bank. Well, he didn't win Money in the Bank. Now he might win the United States Championship, which in my opinion is good enough, mostly because the Midcard Championships actually mean something in the WWE right now. If that happened like 2 years ago, who gives a shit? You know, everybody was a Midcard champion back then. And Triple H basically promised that good things come to those who wait. I would think a lot of WWE superstars disagree right here, but okay, Triple H, we're waiting. We're waiting. And it's crazy how old this guy is. Even on YouTube, just a random segment of him talking about his upcoming match gets the most views out of every SmackDown video. It's absolutely nuts. People want to hear what he has to say. People want to hear the crowd reaction. It's like a fetish at this point, and I'm all into it. Now we get these comparisons. LA Knight, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Mostly The Rock. And it's crazy. I have a lot to say about this. First of all, yes, I do see the resemblance. Let's start with the way he talks. He actually has an identical voice.
You're getting compared to The Rock with his style of promo.
Yeah, I hear a lot of that. One of us would be talking without seeing who was on screen, and both people that were watching it with me and myself sometimes wouldn't know, because we have very similar tones and voice. And people think I'm putting that on. That's just my voice. I can't do anything about that.
He's also a guy who has a lot of catchphrases, you know? He does a lot of similar things to The Rock. I see the resemblance, whether he's doing that on purpose or not, I don't know. And I gotta be honest, guys, I don't give a shit. I don't think that matters. I think this whole BS is just reaching. But in every interview right now, he gets asked that question, you know, are you copying The Rock or whatever? And I believe at this point it's annoying to the dude. And Kevin Nash actually roasted the shit out of LA Knight.
Am I the only one that sees like an absolute ripoff of The Rock? To the point where he cut the promo on Logan Paul or whatever his name is. He said, stick it out. The only thing he didn't do was turn the motherfucker sideways. Jesus Christ. Are you guys like, what is everybody have amnesia?
Now it's funny because I was supposed to record this video a bit earlier, and now he apologized. Apparently Kevin Nash doesn't watch SmackDown. I hated this movie, but I honestly didn't watch it. Maybe an honest mistake. I don't know. Maybe he just saw a picture of LA Knight and he was like, okay, he's raising the eyebrow. What the hell? He's raising the eyebrow. That's crazy. You know, he's The Rock. I actually like Kevin Nash. I think he's a great dude. I want to start by saying it doesn't matter. He's over. People like him. That's all that matters. As long as he's not coming out with The Rock's music or Stone Cold Steve Austin's music and not repeating actual catchphrases or even, you know, doing the same moves, I don't think it matters. As a matter of fact, everything in pro wrestling is copied from something. Whether he did copy or not, that's not my point, but barely anything is actually original. That's like saying John Cena is just copying Hulk Hogan. From this to this. Bray Wyatt is just copying The Undertaker. Dolph Ziggler is copying Shawn Michaels. Okay, that might be true, but it's still good, it still works. Not lately, anyway. It doesn't mean it's bad. Evolution is basically for horsemen, and it's my favorite faction of all time. Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, but I bet you were thinking about Ric Flair. I mean, even Hulk Hogan is not completely original, and the dude was like face of wrestling in the 80s and 90s. And do I even need to mention all the movies? That's how everything works in entertainment, I believe. You just get inspired by something, and you take it, you change it up. I believe I could probably come up with 5 YouTubers that I took something from. Maybe the style of videos I'm doing, maybe my sense of humor changed because I watched them, but that's besides the point. I'm trying to say that it doesn't matter one bit.
I would never ever say anything that they say because that's very particular to me. I don't want to feel like I'm stealing material. At the same time,
If you smell what Eli is cooking.
right. But at the same time, like, I absolutely will take their essence, the way that they move, the way that they carry themselves or talk, the mannerisms and all that kind of stuff.
And when it comes to Kevin Nash, maybe it was an honest mistake, I don't know, but one thing that I don't like lately is all these veterans, trying to bury young talent. Like, come on, dude. You live that life. You're good. What do you get out of trying to bury the next generation? You did it differently. Fine. Okay. They loved it. That's why they're wrestling right now, because they watched you guys. These wrestlers right now are doing the same thing you did. People from the 90s didn't wrestle like people from the 80s. It changes over time. For better or worse, I don't know. It's subjective. But it changes, it always did. And let's say LA Knight really copied The Rock. He sat down and said, okay, let's see what works, let's build my wrestling character. Okay, he has a catchphrase, I'm gonna have a catchphrase. He has a move with a talent, I'm going to do the same. Is it really bad to look at a formula that works and apply it to yourself? I don't know. I don't think so. So let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about this LA Knight situation? Do you believe he's The Rock's ripoff? Do you think it was an accident? Did he really steal it from The Rock? Or like me, you think it just doesn't matter at all? Thank you for watching. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.